Hello my dear children. So let's continue with what we were doing in the last class. In the last class, right at the end, we stated characteristic properties of instrument. These characteristic properties are range, least count, sensitivity, frequency response, accuracy and precision, hysteresis, significant figures oblique digit, and environmental influence. Now is the time to study all these characteristic properties in detail one by one. So let's begin with the very simple characteristic property, that is range. Range is the set of values, physical quantities, the values of physical quantity from minimum to maximum that can be measured by an instrument. Like the scale in the geometry box, it is used to measure distance. But how much distance it can measure? It can measure a distance from 1 millimeter, which is the smallest distance we can measure from it, to its total length, that is 15 centimeter. If we have say 1 meter scale, with the help of that we can measure what? From 1 millimeter to 1 meter, that is 100 centimeter. That is what is its range. Like clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer is used to measure the temperature of human body. It can measure temperature from say 85 degree Fahrenheit up to what? 110 degree Fahrenheit. But can that be used to measure the temperature of boiling water? No. Every instrument measures certain fixed set of values starting from its minimum value to maximum value, and that is what is the range of the measurement by an instrument. And depending upon the magnitude, the value of the quantity, we select the appropriate instrument, the instrument of appropriate range. Now let us talk about least count. Least count, as obvious from the name itself, is smallest measurement. Least count, smallest measurement. So smallest measurement which we can do from an instrument, which we can get from an instrument without any guesswork, is what is called as least count of the instrument. Well, some of the instruments which you already know, I am going to state their least count. For every instrument there is a formula to find out least count, and for every instrument there is concept also with the help of which you can work out its least count. We'll talk both the techniques. Well, right now let us see the least count of meter scale, the scale which is in your pencil pouch, is what? 0.1 centimeter. See, in 1 centimeter there are 10 divisions, every division is 1 millimeter, and that 1 millimeter is what? The smallest distance that can be measured by the scale. That smallest distance is 0.1 centimeter or 1 millimeter. Well, vernier calipers is another instrument you are familiar with. Its least count is 0.01 centimeter. That is, it can measure 1/10 of centimeter. Least count of screw gauge is 0.001 centimeter. It can measure 1/100 of a millimeter or 0.001 centimeter. Micrometer is another scale which can measure up to 4 places beyond decimal in centimeter. Its least count is 0.0001 centimeter. And beyond this, there are no more instruments. There are no more instruments. That means how to measure distances which are smaller than this? The distances smaller than this are measured with the help of various optical effects like interference and diffraction. We will study these, both the one of these effects right in class 11, the other one in class 12. Now suppose this is pen, my marker, and you are asked to find out its thickness. What are you going to do? You are going to place the marker over your copy like this, and you are going to take a pencil, you are going to put a mark here, you are going to put a mark here along its surface. You will put 2 marks like this, and then you will measure the distance between these 2 marks with the help of your meter scale. Suppose this distance comes out to be 2.1 centimeter. Is this 2.1 centimeter the correct value of thickness of the pen? Of course it is correct. Everybody whosoever is going to measure this thickness will find it to be 2.1 centimeter. But as long the measurement is done with the help of meter scale. Now if the same thickness is found with the help of say vernier calipers. If the same thickness is measured with the help of vernier calipers. See, vernier caliper can measure up to 2 places beyond decimal in centimeter. That means when we measure this thickness, we'll know the next digit also. This is 2.1 with the help of meter scale, but if we measure the same thickness with the help of vernier calipers, we'll know what is here. What is here? We'll come to know what is here, and that is what is 6. Say. Is it correct? Of course it is correct. But if you compare the two, you will say this one is more correct and this one is less correct. Now if same thickness of the pen, now instrument is being changed. The same thickness of the pen is measured with the help of screw gauge. And you can see screw gauge can measure up to 3 places beyond decimal. So what will happen? Even the digit here, which is not revealed here, would be revealed. Say that is 9. We will know the third digit also. And if we make the same measurement with the help of micrometer, we will know even the fourth digit. So the process of knowing the next digit is never ending and non-terminating process. It will never end. So what is the exact thickness of the pen? Can the exact thickness or true thickness of the pen, what is the exact value? Can the exact value of the thickness of the pen, this is also called as absolute value. Absolute value. So can this exact value or absolute value or true value? So can the exact value, absolute value or true value of this thickness of the pen be ever found out? If we look at all these measurements, we would say, yeah, this one is the best one and this one is the worst. This is most correct, this is more correct than this one is more correct than this one is more correct than this one is least correct. So what I want to tell you at this stage is, at this juncture is, well, beyond certain least count the instruments are exhausted. But the process of knowing the next digit, which is unrevealed digit, is never ending and non-terminating process. If we get the value here, what is here, what is the value here, what is the value here, if we go on knowing all the values, the value becomes more and more and more incorrect. So what is the true value, the absolute value or exact value of the thickness of the pen? That cannot be found out. That can never be found out. Instrument get over beyond certain point, but the process of knowing the next digit is never ending non-terminating process. So what is the exact value, what is true value, what is absolute value of a measurable quantity? That is always imaginary. So measured value, absolute value, true value, all means the same, is imaginary. No. So children, we have seen that the true value of any measurable quantity, that is physical quantity, is imaginary. It can never be found out by us. And who knows the true value? God knows. No instrument can ever find out the absolute value of any physical quantity. Well, every measured value, when measured by the instrument, has these two properties. One property is what? Every measured value is always integral multiple of least count. Why measured value is integral multiple of least count? It is simply because least count itself is the smallest value. We can never measure any quantity smaller than the least count. So whatever we measure is always integral multiple of least count. Measured value is n times least count. What is this n? This n is an integer. This n is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. We can never have n as 1.5. We can never have n as 1.5. If n is 1.5, what does it mean? This simply means measured value is what? 1.5 times least count. This simply means measured value is what? 1 plus 0.5 times least count. This simply means measured value is what? Least count plus 0.5 times least count, or least count plus half the least count. So least count itself is the smallest value. Therefore, this value cannot be measured by the instrument, and subsequently n cannot be 1.5. So every measured value from an instrument is always integral multiple of least count. That is very, very important property. And the second property is every measured value is always consistent with least count. What does this mean? This simply means every measured value has to be recorded up to as many places beyond decimal as in least count with unit. Consistency with the least count simply means we have to record every measured value up to as many decimal places beyond up to as many decimal places as in least count with unit. Suppose the recorded value is what? 2.15 centimeter. This simply means it has been measured from the instrument which has least count what? 0.01 centimeter. It can measure up to 2 places beyond decimal. Now 0.01 is the least count of what? 0.01 centimeter is the least count of vernier calipers. That means this value is recorded by vernier calipers. If the recorded value is what? 1.500 centimeter. Well, what does this mean? This simply means this value has been recorded up to this value has been recorded by the instrument which can measure up to 3 places beyond decimal in centimeter. And the least count of the instrument up to 3 places beyond decimal in centimeter is what? Screw gauge. That means this recording has been done by screw gauge. So every recorded value, every measured value should be recorded up to as many places beyond decimal with unit as are the decimal places in least count. You cannot exceed it. If you measure it to what? Say 2.2 centimeter. This simply means it has been measured by what? The instrument whose least count is what? Up to 1 place beyond decimal. And what is that? Meter scale. So this is measured by meter scale. Yeah. This is measured by screw gauge. And this is measured by what? Vernier calipers. So this is called consistency rule. Very, very important and very, very simple. Now, the next property is sensitivity. Sensitivity is the ability of an instrument. All these properties are very, very simple. I am just going to tell you. Just verbally I am going to tell you. Sensitivity of an instrument is its ability to measure smaller physical quantities. Smaller is the physical quantity measured by an instrument, higher is its sensitivity. Okay, let us talk about physical balances. Two different physical balances. One which is used by vegetable vendor and other used by jewelers. Vegetable vendors, they measure masses in what? Kilograms, grams. But when you go to jewelers, their physical balance measures masses what? In milligrams. So which one has higher sensitivity? That physical balance which is used by jewelers. The smaller is the value of physical quantity measured by an instrument, higher is going to be its sensitivity. And this sensitivity is also defined as, this sensitivity can also be defined as, this sensitivity S can also be defined as, this sensitivity S can also be defined as, I am defining here, response per unit stimuli. Response per unit stimuli. So higher is the response per unit stimuli, higher is the sensitivity. Response means what? The visual display. Say the deflection of a needle. And stimuli is the physical quantity. Ammeter. Response is what? The deflection of the needle. And what is stimuli? Stimuli is current. In voltmeter. What is response? Response is the again deflection of needle. And what is stimuli? Potential difference. In case of clinical thermometer, what is response? Response is the length of the mercury thread which is visible to us. And what is stimuli? Stimuli is temperature. So mathematically we can define sensitivity for every instrument as what? Response per unit stimuli. Higher is the response per unit stimuli, greater is the sensitivity. Next is frequency response. Frequency response is agility of the instrument. How fast we can make a measurement from an instrument is decided by the frequency response. Like clinical thermometer. You put clinical thermometer in your mouth. Normal clinical thermometer, if you put that in your mouth, you are asked to wait for say 1 minute. And while waiting, you feel inconvenience. You play with that thermometer in your mouth until 1 minute goes past. So after 1 minute, that clinical thermometer is able to record the temperature of body. But now see, digital thermometers these days, thermal scanning is being done these days. How long it takes to measure the temperature of body? Almost 0 seconds. So the thermometers which are used for thermal scanning these days, their frequency response is very high as compared to the conventional clinical thermometer. So the longer a device takes to measure a physical quantity, smaller or lesser or poorer is its frequency response, and faster is the recording done by an instrument, greater is its frequency response. So we have discussed till now 4 physical quantities. The other 4 physical quantities we'll discuss in the next class. So this is all from my side today. Thank you very much and God bless you all.